Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to touch on injuries and how to deal with them mentally. So injuries can be very frustrating and they can really make you feel like you're taking a few steps backwards. And sometimes they can even feel like they're not getting better when they are. But with injuries, especially overuse injuries like the tendinopathy that I have, it will go through waves. So you'll have days where it's feeling good and other days where it's feeling like it's flared up a little bit. But overall, you want to see how it feels week to week. So if pain is getting better week to week, that's a win. If flare-ups are to the same level, but you're using more weight, that's also a win. Or even being able to perform an exercise that you couldn't before, or to a range you couldn't before. Those are all wins. So the reason I wanted to talk about that today is yesterday my knees felt pretty good. Didn't do anything crazy. It was a lot of just light general bodyweight work. And today, today I woke up and both knees again were a little bit tender, and they were in this workout. So that can make it feel like I've regressed, but overall I have had more pain-free days this week than I did last week. Last week I didn't really have any pain-free days, but I was pain-free yesterday, which was cool. And my overall pain week to week has gone down. So those are all good signs. But the other win today was with the clean pulls that you will see coming up. I didn't go to the exact percentage that I was supposed to, but I didn't go too much lighter. And I had no pain in the deep range, so the start of the pull. I only had a little bit of pain once I fully extended. And even with that, the pain was like a 2 or a 3. So I was really happy with that because, as you know, clean pulls, like power cleans, especially on that second pull, is high velocity, so it can cause some issues. But so that was my win. Even though my knees were a bit tender and probably the most tender they've been all week, I could do that. So that's a win to take, rather than being like, oh crap, my knees are a bit tender. Is this another flare up? Is it actually getting better? You have to take those small wins with any sort of rehab. It's good just to take small wins with your training in general, but you need to take those with your rehab. So clean pulls, as you see coming up, pretty good. And then with the squats have always been an iffy one. The deep ranges were kind of hurting, but kind of not. Can't really tell too much if overall the squats are feeling better, but I was able to go a little bit heavier today than I did on Monday, with the same amount of pain. So that's a win, and that is progression. It's not full progression from where my squats had been a few weeks ago before this left flared up, but that's okay because that was for my right knee. So again, taking those little wins. And then the next thing is to just be patient. You have to be patient with your injuries, especially tendon stuff. They take a while to heal. So you got to be patient. You got to slowly load. Don't do more than like 5 to 10% each week, and you'll slowly get there. All right, so now onto the workout. This was 6x3 clean deadlifts, going from, so first set was 80, then 90, and then 3 sets at 100. I went 60, 80, 90, 3 sets at 100, but I forgot to film the 60. So these were meant to be at 110% of my power clean, which would have put them at 120 kilos. But again, because of my knee, first time doing them in a while, I didn't want to jump straight back to that. So I did 100 kilos, which I was happy with, only 20 kilos off what I would have been supposed to do. And again, like I said, only a little bit of pain on the full extension of the knee. So that's pretty good because most of the times I get the pain in the deep range. So like I was saying before, that's my little win. And yeah, super, super happy to have Olympic lifting back in the program now. With those clean pulls as well, normally for the second pull, so past the knee and into the extension, the triple extension, I would cue a jump to drive intent and make it more specific. But again, because of my knee, I didn't want to have it be too high of a velocity and the intent be too high. So I just kind of did a little light extension, and then I dropped the weight because, again, I was catching it before, not catching it, but like kind of following it down, and it was still adding a little bit of load, so I decided to just drop it. So then squats, 5x5, top 2 sets at 80 kilos. This was the most I could go without getting pain, so I decided to hold it here. Little win, right knee hasn't had any issues, and that's what I was originally rehabbing before the left flared up. So not too bad, just got to get the left now. And the left has felt exactly the same as how the right did. So we'll know how to deal with it. But yeah, I'm happy to even be squatting. I'm hoping it won't be too much longer until I can regular squat, like regular tempo full squat without any pain, because I love squatting. Next, we came on to the Nordics. Whenever I do any sort of hamstring exercise, after something like squats where I've had a bit of knee pain, it always gives a lot of relief to it and actually reduces pain. I'm not sure if it's just like an active decompression thing or something, but yeah. I also felt like I was doing these a lot slower, which is good. I was able to resist a bit more. This was my second set, and I did start getting better third, fourth, and fifth set. I just didn't record those, but even this set is a lot slower through this middle portion. I'm holding it a little bit longer than I've normally been able to do. And then to finish off, single leg calf raises, 100 kilos for 5 sets each side. Monday was 80 kilos, so that's progression from there. This is pretty much almost like an RP 10, like I couldn't do any more than 5.